SAT math people! Today we are going to practice factoring and using substitution. Okay, let's do some math. If A, B, and C represent the set of all values of x that satisfy the equation x cubed minus 20x equals x squared, what is the value of A plus B plus C quantity plus the quantity A times B times C? So the first thing we want to do is notice that A, B, and C is going to represent the values of x that satisfy this equation. That means we're going to need to factor and find three values of x that satisfy that equation. So to factor, let's set this equal to 0 by subtracting x squared from both sides. We get minus x squared plus x cubed minus 20x equal to 0. And we're going, since addition is commutative, we're going to put the x cubed first because that's the sort of standard notation. So we have x cubed and then it goes down x squared minus 20x equals 0. Okay, let's factor out an x from the left-hand side, and we're left with x times x squared minus x minus 20 equals 0. And then we're going to factor that second term, x squared minus x minus 20. The way to do that is to find two numbers. I call them D and E because we already have A, B, and C covered on this. So D times E is going to equal negative 20, and D plus E is going to equal negative 1, the middle term. And those two numbers are negative 5 and 4 because negative 5 plus 4 is equal to negative 1. That's the middle term. And negative 5 times 4 is negative 20, the last term. So we end up with x times x minus 5 times x plus 4 equals 0. Now we know that anything times 0 is 0. So we're going to set each of those three terms equal to 0 and find out what A, B, and C are. So we're going to call the answer to x equals 0 A, the answer to x minus 5 equals 0, we're going to call that B, and the answer to x plus 4 equals 0, we're going to label that C. X equals 0, x minus 5 equal to 0, solve for x and you get x equals 5, we're going to call that B. And x plus 4 equal to 0 means x equals negative 4. We're going to call that C. So now by substitution, we're going to substitute A, B, and C into the formula that they're asking for, A plus B plus C quantity plus the quantity A times B times C. So everywhere you see an A, you put a 0. Everywhere you see a B, you're going to put a 5. And everywhere you see a C, hard to say, you put a negative 4. So we have 0 plus 5 plus negative 4 plus the quantity 0 times 5 times negative 4. 0 plus 5 plus negative 4 is 1. 0 times 5 times negative 4 is 0. 1 plus 0 equals 1. And C is the answer.